Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of All You Can Eat Chelsea with the cast and crew, the hosts that never coasts and always give the most. It's Miz and Younes back on stage. Listen, we ain't even done this show on the usual day, and they're crying out for it. They're like, yo, please come, bring us calm, bring us peace. I don't know if we've got that. I'm on violence, but welcome back.
Like the three wise men today, man. The three wise men.
We are fuming. We are absolutely hot at the moment. First of all, Matisse, what an intro, bro. Can you keep doing that?
That was fantastic. That was immense.
I love it.
That was like prime time Saturday night TV.
That was. I got really excited. I was like, wow, I love this. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a couple of lines of intros, but usually the later in the day, the more energetic I get. So this is because we're recording later, not in the morning. You know, in the morning it's like, hey guys, I just rubbed the crust out of my eyes. Welcome back to the YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Joel, we might have to do these later ones, man. I like this Matisse a lot better than the one in the morning who's half sleepy. Do you know what I mean? I've got one eye open.
It's true. Game show Matisse in action, bro.
Exactly. Now, man, look, great to be here. Well, of course, I think our usual viewers will be excited to see what we have to say, and I can't wait to see their comments as well. And yeah, man, I finally got some food, having my breakfast.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Got some popcorn.
Days, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I got a drink.
I got some popcorn. I got some apple juice because I feel like we're gonna need it. Because I mean, boys, last time we spoke, I'm pretty sure we were speaking about maybe the lack of activity from the club, the lack of movement, or something like that.
We said
2 weeks ago. Yes, 2 weeks we said, and here we are on the 1st of July. We said,
where's our players?
But there is action, Miz. We've gone for Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar. Who's next? Messi. Like, we really are everywhere.
Why didn't we try and hijack Salah? We should have been there.
Hijack Johnson.
Salah. But no, we should sign Zidane. Screw it. Get him out of retirement, man.
Oh, bro, we are hijacking FC. Do you know what I'm saying? We hijack,
and we're not even good at that because we've not hijacked anyone.
The hijacked have been hijacked.
Oh, the hijacked have been hijacked.
We're like one of those, Matisse, we're like one of those bandits that come into the street, act like we're all that, and the people are like, just move on, please.
We're like the Batman in a fancy dress costume. Rocking up to New York City like, I'm here, and everyone's like, no, you're not, mate. You're just Mark, who works part-time at the shop. Relax.
Yo, Mark, get on.
You're not Batman.
Get back onto the floor. Yeah, pack the groceries. Stop the nonsense. Yeah, you're in 15 minutes. Your lunch break's nearly over, Matt. Seriously, stop the nonsense.
And leave your lunch as well. I'm having that.
You know what's mad? Right? Man United are moving like Hijack FC because they got a hijack done today for the first
They
time.
hijacked from finals.
Hijack.
Do you know what I'm saying? They
hijacked from finals. Yeah. It's from Lyon.
Tyrese. Was it Tyrese?
Yeah.
I saw him in the Conference League a couple games. He looks like a decent player. He looks like he's got some talent. So whether he goes straight into the 11 is another question, but he's definitely more promising than Luke Shaw. Huh?
Oh, left back.
Yeah, he's left back. Yeah, he's definitely way more promising than Luke Shaw, and we'll see if Tellers gets any game time because obviously new manager. But let's start with our problems, and they all link to Barcelona, who they can barely afford Spotify Premium. You know, as my little sister says, Matisse, can we get a family account? That's what Barcelona are on. So instead of paying for Spotify, in fact, they're putting Spotify plastered on the Camp Nou now that they've stopped the wedding invites and whatnot. They're levers, economic levers. I don't know what this is. You know, they're selling off their TV rights. Their Barcelona fans are absolutely celebrating about it. I don't think long term. I don't think that's a great thing long term, but they're selling off all their TV rights percentage by percentage. So they can now have this 200 million kitty that usually 10%. The Daily Mail. 10%, but it could be rising to 15. That's the latest.
I saw 20. I saw 20. Just a moment.
Yeah, so they just keep going up and up and up. Soon they will have no TV rights whatsoever. They would have sold all of them. And yeah, I mean, this now 200 million pound kitty that they're going to have to spend. Obviously, they want Lewandowski. They want all of our players we want.
Yeah.
All the targets we have are their targets. It's like we're sharing targets. And my point is, yesterday when I was tweeting about Chelsea fans not really liking the fact that Rafinha's preference is Barcelona, is the fact that all of our targets' preference is Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Dembele's preference is literally PSG, then Barcelona, and then Chelsea. I mean, in January, it was widely reported that he was expecting a PSG contract to come in the summer. And it hasn't come because obviously they've changed their manager, changed their sporting director. And now Barcelona would be his preference. He wants Barcelona to meet his demands, and then he'll look at us. Koulibaly's preference.
Koulibaly as well.
Yep.
Can someone check on Raheem Sterling? Are you Barcelona?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Tell him Barca are out of business. Tell him they've stopped playing. Everything should be okay. Fingers crossed.
Nathan Ake is just at home watching Ronald Koeman comps, thinking, "Oh, I wouldn't mind that." Dutch defender, not too bad.
Nathan Ake's agent calls up and he's like, "Thomas Tuchel, what happened to Xavi, man?"
I'm telling you, it's long. Every single player we want is wanting to go to Barcelona, and
it's quite impressive.
It is quite impressive.
Considering the mess they're in, and they're still attractive, but this is why they're an elite club. They're an elite club. I mentioned this yesterday. There's a bracket of elite clubs. Barcelona are in that. No matter what happens to them, they're in that.
The pull, Younes, is incredible.
Barcelona.
But Lewandowski is not wanting to go back to Bayern Munich.
And Bayern are in that tier.
I would say they're the tier below. I think in terms of the three biggest football clubs in the world, I always go Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United. But that's just commercially, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to Barcelona, especially for Latin players, Brazilians, Portuguese, Spanish, they obviously Spanish, but like they flock. They flock to Spain. I mean, really, look at it. It's the weather. I've been to Barcelona. Even I want to leave the UK. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, 100%. The way that they've constructed their roads, they prioritize cyclists and walking. They've got the beach, they've got Port Ventura, they've got the mountains, they've got tapas, they've got beautiful sun. Bro, what,
ladies?
Maybe we should all. Should we all go to Barcelona? Or you can eat Barcelona. Maybe we should all pack up our bags and leave as well.
Maybe we should, bro. Everyone likes Barcelona. Hey, change the logo and everything, bro. Make it all Barcelona background.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I've got a suitcase right here. You think I'm joking? I've already packed. You think this is a joke? I'm already packed.
But that bag must be so lightweight, bro. If you're carrying it, you must have that.
He's taking one pair of shorts. That's all. Nothing else.
No underwear either. Just
one pair of shorts to swim in. That's it.
All You Can Eat Barcelona. I'm in contact right now with a Barcelona fan about coming on the channel. Maybe they can come on All You Can Eat. We could have a Spanish representative. We could all learn Spanish with him. Next thing you know, this can change very quickly. You guys, let me know if you haven't agreed personal terms with Chelsea for next season. I can make this happen very quickly. Deco, he's been on the phone. I'm telling you, he wants it. Everybody does.
Javi ball,
bro. Taking over.
I'm not gonna lie. This I think the Rafinha one stings differently for everyone in terms of the quantity and the levels. Obviously, some people in the comment section
there's levels to this.
There's levels to this. For me, I think Rafinha would have been a brilliant signing. I really do because I know Dembele and Neymar are better players. So if we get one of them, I'm gonna be excited, of course. But it's the fact that I just know they're going to get injured. I'm not going to lie. I just know it. I know we're only going to see them for like maybe 30 games max or 35 max for the whole season. They're going to miss some months. If Kovacic is getting injured and Reece James is getting injured in the Premier League, then, you know, these are stallions. I don't know what's going to happen with these flimsy boys when they come over here. It's going to be long, fam. It's long. That's
a good point.
Barcelona are confident that Dembele will actually agree negotiations. So how confident is everybody here of getting Dembele?
Look,
not so.
I'll be fuming, right? Because I've always thought that Barca are bluffing to an extent with like making it seem like they're going to keep both, just to keep both players on their toes. That way, when they end up with one, like, okay, we've got a man, cool. And then the other one will be like, okay, now you can go and do what you want. See you later. We didn't want you anyway. Like, and that's what I thought would happen if they were to get Rafinha. They're not going to give Dembele a new deal because he wants crazy wages. But if they kept Dembele, well, there's no reason to go for Rafinha, so we'd be getting him. And I was like, okay, whichever one. If they end up with both, windows are getting smashed.
The transfer window or your actual window?
Well, apparently they could possibly do both because Memphis Depay, like he's probably going to make way. He's in the league. For them. Yeah, I forgot as well. So, someone commented on my live or just a video saying, "Miz, what about Memphis Depay? Because he's on the way." Like, bro,
no, please, no.
Forgive me, please.
So they're
but you know, we're linked with I was gonna say Nigel De Jong again. I shouldn't. Oh my god.
Have you been doing that in your videos?
Frank, I done it. Yeah, I done it once. Done it when I had the comments going Nigel De Jong. I went, oh no,
Dutch.
no.
He is Dutch. He is a DM. It's an easy mistake to make. I
I'm
think
old
if we
school.
signed him, I think he was actually part of John Terry's NFT crew. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Was he?
Then we must have him.
Remember when John Terry was announcing signings like as if he was Fabrizio? He's just like, Jack Wilshere has joined my NFT. This guy. It's just
and then he was going around blocking everyone as well.
Yes.
But yeah, we're linked with De Jong now.
Yeah,
and it's a case of hijack. We're hijacking the hijackers. Because United think they're hijackers now. We're going to hijack them.
Bro, we're not hijacking nothing, bro.
We're not hijacking a thing. No, we're not. No. So
honestly, this whole Rafinha situation. I know both you guys thought that maybe if it's not Rafinha, it's Dembele. If it's not Dembele, it's Rafinha. One thing about the Rafinha thing, and I've been listening to what both you guys have been saying. Players having their first preferences and whatnot. Look, I've got no issues with players having other clubs as their first preference. That's fine. I completely understand. Chelsea cannot be first preference for many of these players. I understand that. But what I hate about this situation is how public and how open it is, and it's there, so evident how much Rafinha wants Barcelona. That's what's been bothering me about this situation. That why haven't we sorted that situation out so that Rafinha stops all sorts of negotiations with Barca and just completely focuses on us? The fact that we've paid, we've agreed with Leeds whatever money that they wanted. The fact that apparently personal terms have been agreed. Ben Jacobs is the only one that said that nothing is still ready as yet. And now I'm listening to Gerard Moreno, the Spanish guy who's creating chaos in Chelsea fan base, saying,
have you seen him on Twitch?
Yeah, there you go. The guy is doing a madness, and he's come out and said Rafinha has told Deco, block the conversation with Chelsea. Stop them talking to Leeds. Deco, go to Barcelona and talk to them and say, make this deal happen. And you turn your phone off. Don't talk to Chelsea and make sure Leeds don't talk to Chelsea. This is what makes me think, what are we doing? Like, I like what Todd Bowley has done here. I appreciate his, efforts. But, my man, like, you should have tried to talk it out with Rafinha first. And now, I just hate this. I said this in my live earlier today, boys. It's like this. I don't know if this has happened to you. It's definitely happened to me in my life, right?
Yeah.
You're young, right? You just started to go to clubs. I remember these scenes. I'm in the club, do you know what I mean? Just scouting for the girls. And I find one. And I'm like, hey, do you know what I mean? I start talking. And she's like, yeah, I'm not so keen. And she starts talking to someone else. And I'm just waiting, hoping that I get her. I only want her. But she's not giving me any sort of, nothing towards me. No vibes, no nothing. Personal terms, everything. I said, look, this is what I'm going to give you. This is the money. Let's make this happen. And she just does not care. And she's just trying to go with this other particular brother who's probably broke, can't afford any drinks, can't afford food, but she just wants to. I feel like that. This is the situation that's happened with Chelsea, that I am showing you, I want you. But Rafinha's like, yeah, but I'm not too keen. Do you know what I mean? I want that guy. I hate that situation, man. I hate that.
Speaking of clubs, that Moreno guy on Twitch, it did feel like a rave. Honestly, it was the lights were flashing. It was nuts. But to circle onto your point, right? This is where it's difficult as fans for us to. We can't have it both ways, right? Because we were on this very show and on Twitter, we were like, things are looking really quiet. Of course, we never said, yeah, let's just get rid of Todd Bowie. Sack Tuchel, sack everybody. Clearly, do you know what I mean? They're not doing anything. But we were like, in the next couple of weeks, we want to hear stuff. Yeah. And now we're hearing stuff, but we're not hearing what we want to hear. But if they do it the method that you're taking, which is obviously more sensible, we won't hear about it. So it will look like Chelsea are doing nothing if they are discussing privately away from the ITKs, away from the journalists with Rafinha to make sure this is concrete. Then Rafinha could tell them no. And then it appears that we've done nothing because we've not heard anything about Chelsea being linked to an attacker. Whereas they've decided to go public with a bid. They've got it accepted. And we were like, yo, we're serious. We're putting in the money. And then obviously it's blown up in our face. But I would prefer, if I'm honest, I would prefer it this way because at least I'm like, okay, I can see what's going on. Do you know what I mean? And I can see our intentions, and we're very clear with that. Of course, with Rafinha, he had personal terms agreed with Barcelona from before the sanctions were placed upon us from, I think, maybe last window. He was linked with Bayern Munich at one point as well. So he's always had loads of offers open to him. I'm just surprised that Barcelona have managed to find the money, and even more surprised that Leeds are taking less money than what we offered them, and Rafinha is obviously taking less money as well. So we offered him 6 million net. They've offered him 6 million net.
Leeds are cornered, basically, Matthias.
Yeah, they are cornered. Yeah, because Rafinha is pushing it.
Yeah. Exactly,
and Deco's pushing it so hard. So I think they're
Deco ended up with less commission from this.
Yeah,
everybody's not getting a commission or something. He's not getting a commission or something.
Oh, he's not at all.
He's not.
And you know what? Over in Barca, he's getting praised like he's a king. He's like, that's an agent. He's looking after his client.
You know what? You have to be fair to him. He is looking after his client. His job is not to bring players to us. His job is to look after his client. He's taking less money.
And Younes, apparently Deco is going to be doing a hell of a lot of deals for Barca in terms of, because he's a South American scout, Deco. So he's going to bring in some talent. So they have a relationship. Do you know what I mean? Deco and Barcelona. So
yeah. So Rafinha,
you know what?
Less. Everybody's taking less.
It's really true on the point that you made about public and private. But I want to say, I think there's always more noise that comes when it's Spain involved. Right? And especially Barcelona, bro. When it's Barca, you hear every single detail. Like we've been speaking about Dembele on his own just for like flipping, I don't know how long now. And there's basically been no progress. But you hear every single little development that comes out. And I think with Barcelona, the people that are tied or have sources or whatever with Barca over in Spain just talk and they talk and they talk. When you look at the business that's done here, you always hear about just key stages like, oh, contact's been made. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, oh, okay, a personal term's been agreed. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, a bid's in, it's accepted, it's done, clubs have spoken. Oh, okay. Oh, he's holding the shirt. He's had his medical. Oh, okay. Like, it's true. It happens in stages. In Barcelona and all them lot, nah, they just publicize everything.
Do you remember when we wanted Fabregas? Because this is the example I used on Twitter.
Exactly.
We wanted Fabregas, and it was so public that he wanted to go to Arsenal. So I know it feels like Miz, like it's never been this public before, but even with Timo Werner as well. Two examples that I gave. Timo Werner, I don't know if you remember the interview he did after a match with RB Leipzig, and they were talking about where he could go and where he wants to go, and he was speaking about Klopp. And he was very open to going to Liverpool, but obviously Liverpool never came with the money. Fabregas definitely wanted to go back to Arsenal. That was his clear preference. That was very public. They never put in a bid because Wenger didn't want him, and then we came in and got him.
The thing about those players, Matisse, is it seemed like they were open about it. But the thing I'm getting the vibe from Rafinha is that he might have entertained, let's have an option on the side. But I don't think he's ever open about joining Chelsea. I think with Fabregas and Timo Werner, the two examples you gave, yes, everyone has a preference. What's my preference? Miz, where do you want to go today? I want to go here. But fine, I'm happy to go over here. I think that was the case with Fabregas and Timo Werner, that, okay, I'm open with Chelsea. I don't think Rafinha is open with Chelsea.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because Rafinha's not said it himself, I can't judge like how open and how closed he was by it. I know all of the reports are coming from Spanish media. Do you know what I'm saying? Spanish journalists, Barcelona journalists, Deco, who wants to go to Barcelona, he wants him to go to Barcelona as well. So it's like, I don't really know how, from all the English journalists and reports, they were saying that not only were we favourites, but he was open to coming to Chelsea, but he prefers Barcelona.
Well, that happened at the beginning, didn't it? When the news came out that we had a bid accepted by Leeds, with that came, 5-year deal, £115,000 a week. It's been discussed. So the way that you see the sequence, I believe we've spoken to Rafinha. He doesn't know if Barca are still going to do anything. So they've probably entertained it. Agree some sort of personal term. Okay, cool. We won't close the deal, though. Put in a bid. It gets accepted. Chelsea have done their side of the story. Deco now goes, okay, we've agreed personal terms with Barca. We need to find out if they're actually going to do anything. Now they go and find out, and then all of this has happened. That's how I see it. And I think, you know what? This is why I don't think we can blame anyone.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Except maybe Barca initially, even though now they've done the business, but they dragged it for a bit. But
that's because they had no money.
But that's because they had no money. Now they have the economic lever.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea are to blame. I think you're right, because they did agree personal terms, and it was 115,000 on a 5-year contract. Because I remember reporting it as well on we all did it on our channels, I'm sure. And then it was like, so we've agreed personal terms, cool. Now we'll put in the bid. But I don't think Rafinha maybe wasn't as as completely honest as to, do you know what I mean? Or maybe he just did, like you said, he didn't know whether
I
Barcelona
feel like someone's played us,
or
Matisse. Someone must have played, like someone played someone here. Like
I don't know.
do
I
you
don't
what
know.
mean?
I feel like I don't know. I don't think so, because I think we all knew at the weekend, last weekend, I definitely knew that the preference was Barcelona, then Chelsea, then Arsenal. And that's why when Arsenal went in for him immediately, I was like, it's not done. Don't get too excited. You guys won't be laughing in a couple of days, because I know that other clubs are going to come in for him. Then Chelsea come in. I'm laughing, but I know that Barcelona is higher up. I just didn't think Barcelona had the money, but they got the money. I don't know where they're getting the money from, but they got the money. Obviously, we know where they're getting the money from, the TV deal, but again, I was more confident as well, because they want Lewandowski as their preference. They said that they needed to get Robert Lewandowski, so it was like, okay, maybe they'll get him and leave Rafinha alone. But they seem like they want to have an attack of Torres, Aubameyang, Lewandowski, Dembele, and Rafinha next season.
Here's my thing though, and I want to see what you guys have to say about this. Before the Rafinha news broke, would you guys agree it was all Dembele? We were doing videos on Dembele.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Would you guys agree that was how we felt that was the primary target on that right side?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was Sterling as well, and one not. All of a sudden, not that Rafinha was never a conversation. Rafinha was a conversation, but I don't think it was ever that was our primary target. We all know primary target was Dembele. This is my issue. If your primary target was Dembele, all of a sudden you switch to Rafinha, then you start hearing that we tried to hijack Richarlison. Now you're starting to hear we're trying to hijack Frankie de Jong. This is my issue. This is why I'm getting bothered. I don't think it's just the Rafinha. I'm getting bothered as a whole situation. That where is the direction? Why are clubs like, and I know we had sanctions, new ownership, I get that. But I'm sure when everything was done and dusted, Todd Bowley and Thomas Tuchel would have sat and said, look, this is the kind of football I want to play, and these are the players that I kind of like look to bring in, right? You see Spurs, it's very clear what Antonio Conte is going to do next season. 3 at the back, wing back, I know what I want, go and get it, Paratici is getting it, right? He's getting the job done. We, every now and then, we hear about, besides Sterling's the only one that's hopefully done and dusted. That's done and dusted. And maybe Nathan Ake as well. That looks like that's done and dusted as well. Besides those two, every other player, it's like Todd Bowley and Thomas Tuchel are looking around, what's Man United doing? What's Arsenal doing?
But so to caveat this, we're going for a higher quality of player that are like Richarlison. They didn't have much competition. Yeah, we hijacked it, but I don't really feel like we really wanted to go and match their bid of 60 mil. I think if anything, we may have just pushed the price up. We liked Richarlison, but I never felt that he was our top target. And then Perisic, free transfer, no competition really, because we were still whatever. Yeah. Leglet from Barca. No one gives a fuck about Leglet. I don't even know how to say his name properly. Leglet. Who's that?
Langley, I think.
Leglang? No one.
Langley.
Langley, yeah, Langley.
Spence from Middlesbrough. Give me a break. No one's going after Spence from Middlesbrough.
Apparently he's all right, though.
He's all right, but do you get what I'm saying? In terms of like, we're dealing with Barcelona here. Like, we're going for players like Koulibaly, De Ligt, Rafinha, Dembele, Neymar. Like, these are tough deals to get done in terms of like they've got options. So Barcelona are the problem because they're everybody's preference. But and then Basuma was pretty cheap. I think if we spoke about it before, that would have been a decent signing for us to make. I think it would have been a good stopgap at the minimum, because it doesn't seem like Declan Rice is going to be leaving West Ham, because of course they're not entertaining any offers.
You break my heart. How dare you?
So I just think the deals that we're trying to do, the toughest deal that Tottenham were trying to do was Bastoni, and his agent came out and said no. Do you know what I'm saying? So they haven't had it their own way the whole way. You could definitely make a case that they are paying slightly over the odds for Richarlison as well at 60 million, but it is where it is. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, the players that we're going after are just very, very highly sought after players. Like it's not.
I get what you're saying as well, Matisse. But yeah, go on, Younes, bro.
I want to say on top of that, I could be wrong, right? But you see the other clubs and the way that they're doing it, it's almost like they're looking just as traditional old normal transfers were normally done. That player, I want that player, get me that player. I think since Todd Bowley's come in, and we've known about the way that Thomas Tuchel does things, and Todd Bowley supports that, is taking a very data-driven aspect, a very data-driven method in terms of team transfers, etc. I honestly think that they've figured out the profile of player that Thomas Tuchel wants, and now who fits that profile. Then you probably find multiple options. Okay, let's try and see what we can do for any one of them. And then whoever ends up becoming most likely, boom, we have a profile of player that we're looking for. I think maybe that is what Thomas Tuchel and Todd Bowley are trying to go for. Rather than just, I want that certain player, they're more looking towards a profile. I could be wrong. That's just my theory, to be honest. But I want to know what you guys think of that.
No. I think you're onto something, Younes. They're probably looking for a profile because when you think about,
hence why we're linked with so many different players for the same position.
Yeah,
well, especially that front three.
Yeah, Rafinha and Dembele, you can say 1v1, explosive pace. Can take their man on. Profile-wise, obviously one is left-footed, the other one is both-footed, so it doesn't really even matter. One is injury-prone, the other one is very, very solid in terms of physicality in Premier League. Yeah. But more or less, there is similar traits in regards to what we want from an attacking standpoint.
Yeah.
You could even say Rafinha without the ball is probably better in terms of work rate, intensity, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
So I get what you're saying, Younes. My issue is, and maybe it's just this window, and maybe it's because we don't have a director of football, and once we do, it's going to be a lot smoother. What's the latest brother from Man City, Tom Glick or whoever?
He's going to be. Yeah, he's running. No,
day to day.
Day to day operations. Maybe once we have all of that, because at the moment, maybe it's a bit too much for Thomas Tuchel and Todd Bowley to do all of this. At the end of the day, Thomas Tuchel is not a transfer negotiator, recruiter. He's a manager. He's a coach. That's what he does. Do you know what I mean? He's not a scout. He's not. Todd Bowley, this is the first time he's in like European football trying to understand what's going on. He's done a great job picking up the phone, getting to know all the agents.
Yeah.
But this
is ballsy. I'll give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
very
this
ballsy.
Is probably a bit out of his league at the moment. So once we hopefully in the next window, but the crazy part is, boys, is that this window is important. Do you know what I mean?
It is,
this is the important window. So this is my issue, is that I hear what you're saying, Younes, the similar profile, but go and finish it. Go in hard and do the deal. Like even with the De Ligt, I get why we want him and I love him, but it's complex, man. It's so complex with Juventus, these Italian clubs. They will do you. They will do you, I'm telling you. And they want Pulisic as well, or Werner.
I think that's a good thing, though. I think we should get rid of. I think we should get rid of Werner.
It's a good thing.
I'm more than happy for them to take one of the players in exchange.
Todd Bowley supports that approach as well.
It was 102 million release clause that they had on De Ligt, and they don't want to get rid of De Ligt. Like, let's make that clear. They don't want to get rid of De Ligt. De Ligt is meant to be the future of their defense. They only just signed him not so long ago. But De Ligt
doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, De Ligt wants to come to us.
Well, yeah.
So, but again, I think because we aren't under the situation where we were before. We need a lot of players, and that means every penny kind of counts in terms of negotiations and bringing the fee down. And it's not even like we're haggling a lot, because Rafinha, we just went straight in, bid got accepted immediately. We didn't haggle. We didn't. Do you know what I mean? Sterling, we're doing maybe a little bit more haggling because we know maybe we've got more time because there's not as much competition for him, because it seems like it's just us that he'll come to. He wants to come to London. He wants Champions League. He's not going to Tottenham. So it's really just us. So there's more haggling there. There's an initial bid. There's a second bid. We're building up to it. Nathan Ake, again, the defensive targets, you've got Koundé, you've got Ake, and then you've got De Ligt or Koulibaly. That's how I kind of see it. 2 commanders, 2 enforcers, and then 2 players that are a little bit on the shorter side that can play on either flank and step into the wide positions and ball playing more so from Koundé. I think it depends on the target as to how they operate in terms of how aggressive they are. With Rafinha, there's competition. So they went aggressive. They wanted to get it done. All the reports were saying, we want to get this done before Barcelona get involved. Fine, makes sense. When it comes to Sterling, they're taking a bit longer. They're trying to see if they can include Ake, De Ligt, same kind of thing, trying to include players. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm quite happy with the way we're moving. I'm really happy, because considering all the aspects that you've mentioned in terms of no director of football, no experience, doesn't know the agents, doesn't know the players, doesn't know, the little cons or the little, pieces that can move into. Yes, he's done business in sport before, but that's baseball, not football. So taking everything into consideration, I'm actually quite happy with how we're moving, and we will bring in players. My only issue is, will it be the right players? I'm very interested to see. Frankie de Jong is a player that we all like.
Yeah.
And I will be excited if we take him off United. However, I don't think that balances out the midfield completely. I do think we're still quite imbalanced in midfield. But it is what it is, you know. It'd still be an exciting sign, and it would be a great Jorginho replacement for sure if he was to go to Juve. But we still don't have that sitter that actually stays, you know, because De Jong's best position, and it's been said by Ten Hag before, De Jong is at his best when he has the license to move into the 8 from the 6. He's great for build up, brilliant making them triangles in the deepest positions, but he still needs the license to step forward and play that pass, you know, take on those players. He's a great dribbler. Kovacic is the same. Kante is again not a holding midfielder. We're still imbalanced. So, but that's why that's a bit strange to me that we're monitoring De Jong, and that's where you're getting the point from. Do we really know what we're trying to do? But it's on Tuchel. It's not on Todd Boehly. Todd Boehly doesn't know any of these people. He's like, who the hell is De Jong? You want De Jong? Okay, I'll go and get De Jong. Which Nigel?
Bro, he's calling Nigel.
The only person that is responsible for who we signed this summer is Thomas Tuchel. Simple as that. So if we make the wrong signings and it doesn't work, it's going to be on him. It's going to be on him.
And this is what I said a few videos ago, and I got the comments were violent on me. I said the pressure is on Thomas Tuchel next season, because all these new people that, you know, all the people that we've already let go of in terms of Marina, Peter Cech, Bruce Buck, and the new people, you know, that are coming in, the whole power is with Thomas Tuchel. And if in January, God forbid, this goes belly up, and let's say, as Matisse was saying, 5 to 6 new players, expecting all 5 to 6 players to click and all to fire in all cylinders, I hope it does happen. But if it doesn't, 1 or 2, and then they start creating chaos that they want to leave at the end of the season, they don't like being here, Todd Boehly's just going to say, Thomas, what are you looking at? What are you looking at me for?
But his minimum expectation was top 4, isn't it? So he did set him something very realistic. Like, there's no reason to fall out of that top 4. So Dembele, we're not sure if it's going to get done. I think the rumored report was 12 million net, which is around about 230k wages, which is not as bad as I thought, if that is what he wants. Barcelona,
he's been offered 6. He's been offered half.
Exactly. So Barcelona will way under. Now we're going to see who really wants to join, because we're offering more money. Are you going to take the lower money at Barcelona to stay there because Xavi wants you? You're on form there.
Have we offered money?
We haven't offered. I don't think we've offered, but we should offer soon, because he's a free agent now officially, and his demands are not reasonable. I still think we should have incentives on how many games played, etc. But it's less than what we thought it would be. We thought 300, you know. So if it's 230, you could stomach that, especially if you get rid of Timo Werner on 270. Hakim Ziyech seems to be moving closer to Milan. He's on about 100 and something. So we'll see who Dembele wants to join. But I think in terms of Rafinha, in comparison to Dembele, in comparison to the other targets, it's all pretty similar to me. The only difference is that we actually bid for Rafinha, and then Rafinha had to make a decision, whereas the other guys, nobody's had to make decisions yet. But Dembele's preference is definitely Barcelona. So and he seems to be, his agent Sissoko is very driven by who's offering money, which is just as big as a concern to me, because I don't want us to have someone on another high wage who's not necessarily motivated to do the business. Make sure you come here and play the games, which is why incentivize Liverpool contracts where you're on a low base and then it can rise to something big is much more my preference than just hand in the bag. Do you know what I mean? Which is what we've done so many times. But Sterling, that seems to be getting on. What's everybody's opinions on Nathan Ake? I don't think I've spoken to you guys since the Nathan Ake shit started.
Look, with Nathan Ake, man, no disrespect to the player. Good player. But
he's about to disrespect the player.
I'm about to disrespect the player. Now, you know when I start with that,
turn away now, mate.
That's when you know it's a disrespect. For me, this is not Chelsea level. I understand why Thomas Tuchel's gone for a left-sided player, left-footed. You know, can be very handy as an LCB, possibly as a backup if we play with a back 3 with wing backs. Could be a backup for Ben Chilwell. But 40 to 50 million. Let's start there. What is Nathan Ake? Is he a starter? If he's a starter at 40 to 50 million, let's say that's the price tag that's gone around. Koulibaly is in his final year at Napoli, and they're saying that he's about 40 million euros, that is. So are we now going to disregard that player to get Nathan Ake? So that's one scenario. And then there's also rumors about Kimpembe. Kimpembe would be brilliant as well on that left side alongside.
He's leaving. Yeah.
PSG has said you can go, and there's strong rumors. I know Simon Phillips has been saying quite a few times that this is quite strong. Kimpembe, I think Nathan Gissing as well for CFC News page has been saying Kimpembe is a proper target. Not many people are talking about because Thomas Tuchel likes him. So if he's a starter, there are other better starters out there who would do a far superior job, in my opinion. I don't think Nathan Ake is the finished, he's not a polished article. Do you know what I mean? He's third or fourth choice for Man City, barely played, less than 1,000 minutes played. I know injuries had a factor, but I don't think he's that level, right? If we now think about him as a backup, at 30 million, okay, backup, fine. But even then, what's the future then in regards to Levi Colwill, in regards to Ethan Ampadu? If we want backups, we've got backups. But let's not throw money where it's not required. This is what annoys me sometimes, that Thomas Tuchel's, I don't know, hopefully he will give an opportunity to see Ethan Ampadu, what a player he is. He can play LCB. Is that his best position? Maybe not, but he can do that. Levi Colwill, let's have a look at this guy. You may get impressed in pre-season before you throw the money on Nathan Ake. So this is my thing, man. It's not about, he's not a sexy name and this and the other. It's not about that. It's the fact that this don't make sense to me. Because he's not, for me, I wouldn't start him. Would you guys start him as an LCB in a back three? Does he start for you guys next season?
Normally not. And Matisse, you're muted. But
yeah,
there you are. With Ake, you definitely wouldn't, right? But I'm trying to find, what is the actual reason here? What's Tuchel seeing that a lot of us are not? Because you see a lot of us amongst the Chelsea fan base going, this is a weird one. Out of all the players we're linked with, this is the one that's like, hang on, he's not even played. But again, this brings me back to my point of profile. I genuinely think they've sat down and they've gone, this guy fits the profile of exactly what I need in the team. And even if he's not played that many minutes, I find it confusing. If it were me, would I take Ake? No, that's me. But I'm seeing City fans that are quite peed off about, not peed off, but they're not happy. Seeing Ake going to Chelsea.
Bro, he's barely even played for City. I don't get it.
I know.
Why are you peed off? He didn't even play for you guys.
What we have to do.
This is my point. But they seem like, Ake's for the times that he's played, they find him really, really good.
Well, I think the best way to go through this, because I did a video on this as to why I think Tuchel wants De Ligt and Ake. More so, it was pointed towards Ake. I think the best thing to do is to obviously establish the clear differences between Ake and Koulibaly. Koulibaly's right-footed, Ake's left-footed, and he was reportedly interested in Garvidal, the RB Leipzig Croatian left side centre back, left-footed. Bastoni was linked for the Lukaku swap. Again, very progressive, good ball playing centre back, but left-footed. I don't think he wants to play a right footer as his starting centre back at left side centre back next season. I know Rudiger played there, and Rudiger did a great job, carried the ball, did all these mazy runs, wagged his tongue, scored that screamer, did a madness. But I think naturally, I think he wants and he's more comfortable with a left footer, especially when you come to defend those left channels there in the left back position. Chilwell bombs forward. If you got to make those triangles and build up play, the pitch is opened up. You can switch play easier. You're not closing off the pitch because any right-footed player, when you play football, you are naturally facing your stronger side. So a left-footed player is going to naturally open up the pitch a little bit more. And you're only rarely going to get those Rudigers, John Terrys that are comfortable in the left side position that can actually carry the ball, play the ball. John Terry is a brilliant passer with his left foot, but most right-footed players aren't. And Rudiger didn't really pass the ball with his left foot.
Koulibaly is very comfortable on the left side.
Is he? Do you think he was?
Yeah.
Do you think he's comfortable? Do you think he's comfortable passing with his left foot if need be and being that guy?
100%, man. Look, I'm not claiming that I've watched heaps of Napoli, but I've watched Napoli last season. Even prior to that, he operates on that left side and he does it very well. He can switch the play as well with his left foot if needs be. He can very comfortably pass on his. We're talking about highly talented footballers, Matisse. We're not talking about
this ain't no Mickey Mouse. This is a serious guy. I want Koulibaly, by the way. I'm just
John Smith around the corner. Koulibaly, Look at the way some of the ex-players talk about Koulibaly. This guy's no joke. I'm telling you right now, right? He's a proper boss.
We are in talks with him. We are in talks for him. So
yeah,
I feel like we're just multitasking, maybe just talking to everyone.
This is the thing. This is the thing. There's tons of multitasking. Is De Ligt right-footed or left-footed?
Right.
Yeah, I think he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
But he operates on the left side as well, Younes.
He does.
And Juventus. Yeah.
When you look at, I've seen Nizar speak tonight and saying that we're no longer favourites to be signing Rafinha. Shock.
Nizar, we didn't know about
Nizar. Much appreciated.
Breaking news, everybody. We ain't favorites for Rafinha anymore. God damn.
Nizar, you tapped
Y'all tripping, dog.
But on top of that,
like, what? Y'all tripping.
Apparently, on top of that, like he says that we're well advanced in for Sterling, Ake, and De Ligt.
So
the both of them, Ake and De Ligt. So it's like, are we getting both of them in? Because if that's the case,
I think
if that's the case, it tells me that what you said, Miz, is correct. I think that Ake could end up becoming a backup, and I think, unfortunately, that could imply that Colwell could be sold.
He's gone. He will have to be.
With the clubs that are interested. There's so many clubs interested.
Hey, everybody slow down. If Malang Sarr is here next season over Levi Colwell, do not play with me. Do not play with me. They've seen the agenda on this channel. It's not even been an agenda. It's just been an honest opinion.
I'm not taking Malang Sarr.
On this channel, on this very channel at the start of the season, they didn't want to hear the smoke for Sarr. Now they're starting to come around. If they give him a chance. He's got something. I see it.
Malang Sarr,
we got ruined for saying he was.
On this channel, they've had a roller coaster on this show with Malang Sarr. All right, or you can eat Chelsea crew. Now you understand what I mean because you're seeing Levi Colwell and you're like, I would rather Levi Colwell. He's built for the position. Now, for me, if you've got Ake and Levi Colwell, that's a good bit of competition there because you've got 27-year-old experience. I would prefer Koulibaly because he's better and more experienced and better leadership. But if you've got Ake, that's someone that Colwell, really you think Colwell should be pretty confident of stepping in ahead of in a year's time minimum. Because he's thinking, okay, you signed Ake. He's older than me. He's not the same age. That's fine. It's not Gavidal from Leipzig. It's not Bastoni, who's 23. He's also not exactly a star, so I can leapfrog this guy. I don't understand why Colwell would see Ake come in and be like, oh, man, not Nathan Ake. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Tuchel buying Nathan Ake for, let's say, minimum 40 million.
Yeah.
Tuchel be like, Levi, I know you may leapfrog him. You're thinking that. I bought him for 40 mil.
Nah.
But it's
people buy 40 million players for squad players these days. It's all good.
Well, nowadays, yeah. I remember when that used to be a world record, but with Zidane days, with Levi Colwell, with Ake actually, there seems to be adamance that Tuchel's like, I want Ake.
Yeah, it's priority.
Yeah.
I hope, right? I hope. And obviously none of us can see it now because he's not played enough. But I hope that if we were to bring him in and he were to start playing, he blows up. And what Tuchel has in his head actually comes into fruition because Tuchel's not stupid. I don't think Tuchel's stupid, but
no, he's not.
He's clearly seeing something none of us are seeing.
Can I add as well? With defenders, to be fair to him, he's been brilliant. And he's taken defenders that aren't world-class, aren't exciting. Nobody was excited about Rudiger. No one's excited about Christensen. They were very good to good defenders, but they weren't world-class, and he made them world-class. So I'm less angry if he goes and gets the defenders he wants because I think, listen, he deserves the trust to those defenders to make them world-class as he's shown he can do already. I think there's maybe this is a little bit of a theory, but because we're bringing in so many players, 6, 7, 5 minimum you'd expect to come through the door, is there a thing where he's trying to get players from the same nationality in a group so they maybe can acclimatize and play together a little bit more quickly than if he was to cherry pick, say, a Koulibaly and say a De Ligt and say, because we wanted Koundé at the same kind of time we were linked with Jonathan Klaus, at the same kind of time we were linked with Dembele, and now we're kind of linked with De Ligt and Ake and De Jong. Is he trying to get players in clusters from the same national teams to just help them maybe? And also when they come in, then they've got friends and it's just easier to click. And I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Maybe that's part of the thinking as well.
Get some friends for Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. Get some German friends. David Rom
that worked.
Well, so when it gets to international break, Thomas Tuchel's like, I haven't got to worry about this. Chelsea are basically playing against, I don't know, Portugal or something.
Yeah, less TVs to have to watch as well.
The lads are all going to be together. It's fine.
It's a madness. Are you guys excited about De Ligt as well, though?
I'm definitely excited.
It's grown on me. At first, I was like, Dutch Harry Maguire, but now I'm like, De Ligt.
His name's De Ligt. Yeah, his name's De Ligt.
For me, I was as well in the beginning thinking, is Saturn at the greatest time at Juventus? But then I spoke to a few people that watch Juventus on a regular basis. They're like, look, we don't play the same way that Ajax used to play. Ajax used to play De Ligt as a sweeper, and he was heavily involved in ball distribution from the back, and they had a lot more possession, whereas Juventus don't follow that philosophy. They want to be more direct, sometimes long, and maybe that's why he suffered. His game suffered a little bit. And it makes sense that Thomas Tuchel wants him in that perhaps we think he could be a LCB, but I actually think maybe he's going to be a center of the three if we continue with the three.
Yeah.
Because he likes that sweeper. He'll allow the right CB and the LCB to push up, and he stays in the back, sweeping everything up, whatever comes in. So I like that player, but it's a complex one as well. Like, I'm just worried that I know we're going to get players, but we literally said, Matisse, 2 weeks ago, that
we did
by now, 2nd July for me, 1st July for you guys, if we don't have players, this show was going to be what's going on.
Hot days.
Hot days. I know we are going to sign players. Just Spurs are going to have all of their key players ready to rock and roll for pre-season, and Conte is going to get that whip out, and he's going to effing shape them up. Do you know what I mean? For the new season. Man City and Liverpool, they're always well established, well organized. They're focused. They probably already were focused about next season, last season. Do you know what I mean? I just hope. I don't want excuses next season, man. I don't know about you guys. I know Younes is already talking about we're going to win the league. So
we're finishing top 4 target. That's all we're on. We're just finishing.
Look, even top 4, Matisse, like, we better be focused, man. We better be focused, because the rivals this time are not fooling around. Besides Man United, do you know what I mean?
It's all right, man. We're gonna win the league. It's fine, man.
He says, and then looks away.
The Coca-Cola League,
the Coca-Cola Championship. Oh my goodness.
But here's a question, right? Because we were linked with Dembele, Rafinha at the same time, Sterling. Now we know we're getting Sterling, but at the time we knew it'd be Sterling and another winger, and pretty much everyone said that we're not just getting Sterling, we're getting another winger as well. Who's that going to be if Dembele sticks at Barca?
See, this is my issue. When Chelsea fans are saying
we're not linked with anyone else.
When Chelsea fans are saying just take the contract off the table for Rafinha, we're bigger than this, and massaging their own egos. I'm like, where are you going exactly? What, you're going to beg Dembele, the same player that has been pissing you around the whole summer? Oh, interesting. Neymar, the preference of staying at PSG. Oh,
is that got legs? By the way, I didn't entertain that. Has that got legs?
I don't think anyone knows. Julian Lorenz, you spoke with him, Matisse, yeah?
I've just spoken to him. I'm having him on soon on the channel, so I will speak to him.
Okay. This morning, he come out and be like, there's been contact between Neymar's team and Chelsea, and then we're like, this could be legit, right? Then L'Equipe, who got information wrong a couple of days ago, are now saying Neymar's triggered an extension in his contract to stay at PSG until 2027.
No, not Neymar. So the contract extension was an automatic trigger once the 30th June had lapsed. So he already had 4 years left, Younes, at
only
PSG.
4.
Yeah, only 4. And the automatic 1 year would trigger 30th of June, which is already done. So now
so that wasn't him.
No, that's just in his contract.
That's just in his contract.
Yeah.
So that's a mistranslation.
Same thing we did with
that's
Billy
a mistranslation then, because
the same thing we did with Billy Gilmore. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. In that case, then there might still be legs to this.
I have no idea if there's legs. I'm just here.
My thing is, it don't make sense to me in the area that PSG are saying we're in the mud with all the money we paid Kylian Mbappe. We need to let go of Neymar. We're happy to loan him and pay all his wages. How does that help you to not be in the mud then?
Oh, apparently we paid him
his wages.
Apparently we paid him a fee, 25 million, 20 million.
Oh, like a loan fee.
Yeah, it's a lot for a loan fee.
Is Chelsea going to do that? 20 million?
It's a loan fee and also the chance to not pay the entire wage, but like we go half, or there's a compromise on it.
You know he's half, right? Do you know he's
mate,
half?
He earns 600
300,000, yeah.
Flipping, yeah. So
that's his half.
But it's funny, right? Because
for some people, that's not a full.
If we don't get
that's outrageous.
We're not going to get Rafinha. I said if, clearly still clinging on, fucking hell. And then there's Dembele. If we don't get Dembele, what other choice do we have but to go for Neymar? We have no other choice.
Let's actually think about this. Would you guys entertain? No. He's good, but I wouldn't entertain him. Would you guys entertain Jared Bowen from West Ham?
No, not for what I'm looking for now. Now I'm looking for a creator, like because Sterling's already doing that, running into the box and thing and back post. If you're gonna get Sterling, you have to go and get someone who can create chances, someone who's got elite level passing, someone that is literally a creative monster. And by Dembele's metrics, that's what he is. By Neymar's metrics, oh my god, wow,
it's off the charts.
It's off the charts, bro. Yeah. Like I know he's injury prone. I know he likes to piss off to play games with his sister, and bruh, he's a madman. But listen, them shirt sales alone, yeah. If Neymar Jr., I'm in Ireland right now. Best believe I'm at the mega store tomorrow. I'll find a way. I don't need to even stand up in the airport in Dublin. I will swim across the Irish Sea to get that shirt. I don't even care what the shirt looks like. I know it's got that little blue, little aqua color, little curly collar, whatever the hell. I had that on the backdrop there. I don't care. Neymar Jr., that screams, that rings bells in European football. And we all know we're not going to world football. We're not winning the league, guys. So if we might
with Neymar.
Nah. I don't think we'll win the league. We're not winning the league. But like, if we're playing with
35 goals a season.
If we're playing with third or fourth anyway, can we at least be entertained like we were under Carlo Ancelotti, ladies and gentlemen?
Samba football.
Samba. The rainbow flicks. Please. The rainbow flicks.
I can just imagine.
Will be sold out. There will be an atmosphere.
Just imagine Neymar going to the corner post, calling out, Thiago, come. And then they go.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, but there's another side to this as well. Like, Neymar would get broken here. Are you mad? Like it faces, I don't know. Like thank God Burnley are relegated because my goodness, if a defender of like 6'8", if what's his face? Who's the big lad at Brighton?
Brian Shawcross.
What's his name? Lewis Dunk.
Thank you, Lewis Dunk. Oh my god, can you imagine Lewis Dunk going 2-footed into Neymar? Neymar would end up in Brazil.
Let's go through the teams.
West Ham defenders are ruthless as well.
Yeah. Let's go through the teams. Arsenal are a lovely team. They've just signed Patrick Vieira. He's skinnier than me. Not Patrick Vieira.
Patrick, you've done it too.
They wish he was Patrick Vieira. They've just signed. What was his first name?
Fabio Vieira.
Fabio Vieira. He's
Nigel de Jong, Frankie. I get you, man.
Aston Villa, Tyrone Mings. Bournemouth, I don't even know their defenders that well, to be honest. Brentford are absolute bastards. We played them away from home. They will give Neymar a problem. Yeah. But guys, we don't have to play Neymar in these games. Some of these games just don't play Neymar. Like, just leave Neymar on the bench for all the physical matches. There's not many now. It's not like old days where it used to be like Bolton, Stoke. Like, there's less teams. Most of these teams like to play football. So just
have Neymar for Champions League, Matisse. Just have him for Champions League. He's Champions League specialist. Do you know what I mean?
Oh God! But yeah, I'm trying not to really get ahead of myself with Neymar because his preference is to stay at PSG. That's very well reported. So we'll see. But who else is out there? I mean,
there's not many top quality wingers 1v1. Do you know what I mean?
There's one. There is one who's just left Barcelona.
Don't. Adama Traore. Bro, don't. Is that who you're gonna say?
Yeah.
I was saying any day we're gonna see this rumor. Any day we're gonna see this rumor. Do you know what I mean? Right wing back.
Yeah, man. I've just seen.
Goodbye.
Bye, mate. I just saw the post on Barcelona's page going, "Gracias, Adama." He's been there for like 1 year.
Played like 5 games.
Oh. Oh no, actually, no, that's normal. I was just about to say the club's removed Dembele from the squad list on their official website. Well, obviously, he's at the job centre this morning, isn't he? So, man's been applying for universal credit.
From Rafinha to Adama Traore. Fucking hell! Do not do this to me.
Don't be surprised if you see this. Don't be surprised. We were linked with him last summer. Do you know what I mean?
Could you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, thinking from a Premier League point of view, since we're so interested with Premier League players and Man City, is Mahrez up for grabs?
No, Bernardo Silva. That's what I want.
Bro, he wants to go to Barcelona, bro.
Yeah.
They all want to go to Barca, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Let me make a few phone calls. A bit of Habibi here, Habibi there. I'll get Mahrez to Chelsea. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your Algerian connections. Come on, bro.
I'll try something, man. We're desperate now, innit? So.
No, honestly, we're fine now. If Dembele signs a new contract to Barcelona, I want to see everybody's reactions. That's going to be hilarious.
That would be. At that time, I'd be like, okay, crap. Time to panic a bit.
Then it's Neymar. It's got to be Neymar for me.
It has to be Neymar, doesn't it? It has to be Neymar.
It has to be. We go all in for Neymar. Screw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Neymar probably wouldn't. Where else could he go?
We're trying to worry about.
Apparently, no one else can really.
I heard Barcelona apparently a return for Neymar. I saw that leak. But this Barcelona is a big thorn for us. Can we not pick players that have Barcelona history, please?
Barca are going to end up with 25 new players, bruv, with an economic lever of 200 million. It's not possible.
Bye-bye.
It's mad.
Criminal activities going on over there.
They're not doing something. Something's not right over there, bro. It's
it's not normal, man.
Someone got to check them out, bro. Someone send the FBI, MI6, whatever you call them, MI5, whatnot. Send them all. Send them all there. Find out what's going on, because everyone wants to be at Barcelona. Everyone. That's what I had a thumbnail the other day. Everyone wants to be at Barcelona. Can we get some players? Is it okay? Leave some for us.
If anything, because are they not meant to be getting Aspilicueta and Alonso as well? Like, what's happening with that?
Yeah, I think at this rate they may even get Jorginho, Kante. Do you know what I mean? The lot. Pulisic any day. We're probably going to hear it.
They might even take Billy McCulloch, our club Marseille, of like 30 years. He might end up going to Barcelona at this rate, bro.
I might even sign Todd Bowley, bro, at this rate.
I've not seen Barca linked with so many. I mean, not even when they had Xavi, Iniesta, Messi. Did all of these players want to go to Barcelona? Now everyone wants to go to Barcelona, but what's happened?
Did Xavi play with Neymar?
I don't know. Did he?
Oh, I think so.
I found the solution.
Let us know. Let us know.
That's the solution.
Oh, man. All you can eat Barcelona, you know.
Bye-bye. Bye, Chelsea. Have fun. Yeah. Because I thought I was going to see Koundé next season, Rafinha, Dembele, so I may as well just go. Do you know what I'm saying? I know
Koundé Barcelona as well, right, Matisse?
Yeah.
Koundé Barcelona.
Koundé, exactly. Another player that we're meant to be going in for. Barcelona reportedly are looking at paying 45 million euros apparently to Sevilla. And Sevilla desperately need money now, so they're just waiting.
By the way, yeah, they have played together 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Bro, Barcelona are such a problem for us. I've actually started to follow Barcelona journalists and throw notifications on. I don't have notifications on for anyone. Barcelona journalists have made me do this.
They're mad, bro.
Raheem Sterling expected to sign a 4-year contract with Chelsea soon. The fee will be around about £45 million, which is round about what we expected. 10 million add-ons, 55.
Raheem on his own ain't going to be enough for us.
Nope.
No, this is what I'm saying. There's going to be another winger, but now who is it going to be if Dembele isn't that guy? I still think it will be Dembele.
We desperately need elite passers in this team.
Do you know what the Brazilian coach said? That if anyone uses Neymar as a winger, he's a proper donkey.
Yeah,
you don't know how to use Neymar. Mm-hmm. Neymar is really a number 10. So
that is age. I support that.
Inside forward, tucking in, playing just behind the striker, both probably with Sterling.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be back three football, Matisse. It'll be back three, and then the wing backs will be the wingers of the team.
I'm happy with that. If Neymar comes in, then the inside 10 thing makes sense because there's very few inside 10s left in football or 10s. Most of them are wingers. We play
It's true.
Wingers in inside 10 positions. Hudson's always a winger. Pulisic's a winger. Ziyech is a winger. Rafinha is a winger. They're all wingers, and we were going to throw them into the inside 10. Sterling is a winger. Neymar is a 10. Bernardo Silva is a fantastic inside 10 if you need him to be. Musiala, who we had in the academy, another good inside 10. There's very few players that are actually inside 10s, and that's what we obviously operate with. We've been even throwing Timo Werner into the inside 10 and calling him a second striker. We have been neglecting the inside 10 for what it is, which is meant to be a creative position. And we've been throwing in road runners. So if Neymar actually comes in, systematically, there is no better footballer out there right now on the planet who fits the formation and is at that level than Neymar to actually play the role that we need him to play. Because sometimes he'll drift out wide and then the wing back will tuck in. But I think he tucked in the wing backs because the inside 10s weren't doing their job.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
So if Neymar comes in...
Shall we start the prop? Shall we start the prop?
No prop.
No prop?
I did prop last season for Lukaku. I'm not doing any prop.
Man scarred, man. Man is scarred.
Have you seen no videos will come out on the TL Twitter? Nope. With the sunglasses. Imagine, bro, I should have done a video with Lukaku being like, look what we did with Lukaku. Imagine what we can do without him.
Oh, do you remember every time we get a new player in and it's sunglasses, settings, looking into the camera, having a laugh, come at us, everyone. And now we're like, not doing that again. Even if we got Neymar. Actually, no, that might be an exception.
Neymar, you know there's going to be a party, bro. It'll be a party Neymar. If that happens.
Samba all across London.
If Neymar stays fit and plays 80% of our games, let's just say, that season will be lit. You know, it will be lit. We are assisting, scoring. He's free kick specialist as well. He's the lot. Imagine Mount tries to take free kick. Tells them, I'm taking this one, brother. I need to rack up my assist play. I need to rack up my Kansas creation. You are hurting that cause, mate. I need Chelsea community football Twitter accounts to really rack up those stats. And this is not good business for me, what you're doing, Neymar. I sincerely ask you to step away from the corners and the free kicks. That's my domain.
Neymar will be like, hey, listen, Mason, I'm from Brazil. I come from favela. You don't mess with me, man.
Neymar be like, whilst Mount's talking about all of that, he'll just rainbow flick the ball over his head. Keep talking, brother.
Oh my god! Listen, we need. I said it. If all these Brazilians are going to spit in our face, then we need to take their idol. They're the main Brazilian, the real Brazilian, which is Neymar. It's Richarlison, Hijack, it's Gabriel Jesus, it's Rafinha. Who else? What more? Who else could we go for? Is there any other Brazilians out there that we haven't gone for that are not Neymar that play in attacking areas? Who else is there? Rodrigo,
Anthony, the Ajax guy.
And Anthony. Oh my god! Wouldn't that just be brilliant? Right-sided.
Are we hijacking?
Creative. Hijack Manchester United. Can you imagine if we went for Anthony now and then he still said no to us and joined Ten Hag at Man United? Oh my god!
No. I mean, there was a report earlier on about Anthony about how Man United don't stand a chance with getting that done.
Let's get in, but that's our winger. Bro. Yeah, that's our winger. We found him. Look at this. All you can eat Chelsea are the better scouts, bro. We are so much better, honestly. We just needed an hour
today.
conversation.
Forget personal terms. Bid today. Now, 80 million bid. Let's go. Put it out there in public.
Do you think right now there's like the scouts of Chelsea that are watching this show and they've got this open and they're like, good suggestion, Miz. Yeah. Nice one. I'm going to write that down. Take that down. Anthony. How did I not think of Anthony? Anthony, absolutely.
With the way that we're just going for so many targets, it's like football Twitter. They're just checking on who everybody's tweeting about.
Do you know
there was somebody saying, if we go for De Jong, by the way, officially, considering that he's going to... I don't want to be a bastard, but I am. If we put in official bid for De Jong, who's rumoured to be around about £65 million, 85 million euros, or whatever it will be, what happened to Declan Rice? Like, seriously, no. If we go for him, bro, if we go for him and we don't put an official bid in for Declan Rice, half of football Twitter, half of Chelsea Twitter are finished.
If
Because
Rice don't sign,
there'll be no logic as to why we didn't go for the top target, who we've wanted for the last 3 seasons, and he's around about the same price or just a little bit more, but less wages. There's no excuse.
If Rice don't play for Chelsea, I'm not a Chelsea fan. Straight up. If Rice don't sign for Chelsea, I'm quitting.
You're going to Barcelona?
Hey, I've got the artwork ready.
The other thing that we didn't say about the Neymar situation, which is starting to make a bit more sense to me, which I think Younes did a video on recently. Thiago Silva co-signed it off, like on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Instagram.
No, an interview.
The quote in an interview. He said it's a perfect club for him. Do you think there was something in there? Or is it just mates talking about another match?
Just a little bit of banter. They just took their WhatsApp group chat shit too far and put it out in the public domain. That's what it happens.
Thiago Silva was trolling, or was he trolling? But there were multiple Chelsea pages that relayed that information on Instagram and whatnot, and then he started commenting just laughing emojis.
If I was a footballer, I would troll all the time.
He liked it.
Yeah.
Of course he does. But he does like a lot of posts, to be fair.
I mean, he wouldn't be against it, would he? Like he would obviously
he'd be the first man for it. Yeah,
100%.
Who's Brazil's captain these days? Is it Neymar or Thiago Silva?
Probably both.
Probably both. Captain and vice, isn't it? Yeah, he wouldn't be against it, but
Stamford Bridge would be rocking, bro. Silva and Neymar. But
yeah, it would be mad.
William,
and then
Kennedy, can I come back?
Don't forget our other Brazilians.
Oh yes, Kennedy.
Imagine Neymar and Kennedy doing South together, you know.
And them in the corner.
Kennedy on the right wing, Neymar on the left wing. Oh, beautiful.
Copacabana settings.
I said it already. We have Rafinha at home. Kennedy. He looks like him. He's left-footed. He's Brazilian. Can play on the right wing. He did play on the right wing one cup game. Let's go. Let's do it. Kennedy.
I want a bit of like, you know, samba settings in Stamford Bridge, like the crowd bringing the flair. Do you know what I mean? The what are those, the
maracas?
The rackers, having those like
we don't do maracas. We do Stella bottles. Stella.
Real South American feeling, Joe.
The Brazilian community here will be buzzing.
Is it a big one in
there's a Brazilian restaurant near Stamford Bridge.
Hey, there is. I mean, you and me, Matisse, we're not far from. Stockwell has a massive Brazilian community there. We could just rock up to there and just start giving Chelsea shirts out.
We brought posters to the protest. There's no reason why we can't bring flags to the bridge. Do you know what I mean? 100%.
Let's do this, bro. I'm on
the bridge to Brazil.
I'm
gonna start tweeting about Neymar, bro. I'm about to start tweeting.
William Oscar, do you know what I mean? It's not too bad. Pato, he was a massive success here. Pato.
David Luiz.
Yeah. Felipe Luiz.
David Luiz.
Yeah. 100%.
Ramirez. How can you forget Ramirez? Come on.
Who was that?
We could get all of those Brazilians.
Do you remember that DM we signed?
Who?
That was Brazilian. What was his name? Began with M. Oh, I'm forgetting. From Corinthians, I think. He was bald and he was old. Some old, bald. Oh.
Bald and he was old.
Bald and old.
Does sound like a signing we would make, yes.
There he is. I found him already.
Cheers, Ross Turnbull.
Mourinho.
Mourinho?
No, not Mourinho.
He's old. He's not bald.
Video. Type in
Brazilian.
Wait, hold on a second. Mineiro.
Oh, Mineiro, we did.
Oh, Mineiro.
We did.
Did he have a feature?
I don't think he played.
Probably not. No.
I remember. Scolari got him?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Scolari got him.
Despite already having played for Chelsea, he was not formally revealed to the press until the 7th of November in a press conference. Chelsea's training ground in Cobham. Sorry. Defensive midfielder. He was the third choice defensive midfielder behind Essien and Mikel.
And that's all we saw of him. We saw the reveal and that was it.
Yeah, 2008 we signed him because Essien got injured.
Scolari,
yeah.
Alex, I just remember Alex was another one.
Alex,
defender.
Alex, quality player.
You know what would be amazing? Again, Chelsea, we're giving you tons of ideas here, yeah? Get all the Brazilian players, all those old Brazilian players, William and Oscar and David Luiz and Alex and Ramirez and all of them, yeah? Get them into a video right? And then they all start stepping out of the way, and then it's Neymar. Chelsea.
Whoa, that would be mad.
I'm excited now, bro. Someone give Younes a job, bro. He would do that Chelsea admin job perfectly, bro. Every video will be lit. By the way, Younes is probably the only one out of us that was in a Chelsea video during the Kai Havertz's.
Oh yeah, the Kai Havertz. So, yeah, yeah.
Your foot was there.
Never been
so
on that.
Look, you got one leg already there. Do you know what I mean?
It's a different ownership now, so I think everyone stands the same chance now. It's starting afresh.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe the old admin are already gone as well. The way football is letting go of everyone.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't fired even under Roman.
Oh, because
that man was missing more things.
Out the wrong lineups. Jesus Christ. Get the lineups. Belletti starts. No, he doesn't play for the club. Jonathan, try again. It's your fourth tweet now. Kickoff started 15 minutes ago. We haven't got the lineup out. Let's go. The lineup is literally right in front of you. You're at the game. Put it out.
Holy
that's brilliant.
That's bad, bro. Christ, boys, are we gonna sign anyone this coming week?
Yeah, we're signing Neymar.
Bro, Sterling's coming. I'd say Sterling and De Ligt and Ake are probably.
Ake. I think Sterling, Ake. They're coming together.
Are you worried about getting Sunday
from City?
Yeah, exactly. Zinchenko maybe, bro. Everybody that City don't want, we just take them. It's not. I said it before. It's not bad leftovers. Do you know what I mean? It's like eating. It's like digging in the bins of a 5-star restaurant. It's not as bad as KFC.
Do you know what annoys me? But they're balancing their books with us.
They are. Yes.
They're balancing their books with us.
Guys, Chelsea. Do you know what? I said it before. I went through all of City's lineup, their starting 11. If you put their whole starting 11 together, Zinchenko, Ake, Laporte, say Cancelo in goal, Zac Efron, who else? You've got Kevin Phillips, you've got maybe Bernardo Silva, you've got Sterling, whatever have you all, Alvarez. That's probably top 4.
Yeah.
It's challenging, which is where we are. So,
but the reason why you say they're top 4 is because they've got a set philosophy. We are still trying to figure out our football under Thomas Tuchel. So
yeah, we'll figure it out. One day.
I wonder what Todd Bowley's going to be like with Thomas Tuchel. Like, say if it went pear-shaped, yeah, Roman would be like, "You're fired." But if it's like Todd Bowley, what do you think? He's going to be like, "Hey, dude, man, what's going on, man? I don't want to have to fire you, man."
Yo, dude, I don't want to have to fire you, bro, but you're pushing to the limits, bro. What's going on?
That's too good, bro.
What's Todd Bowley gonna be like when it gets real, when the pressure gets like?
When VAR, he's like,
yeah. Do you know what? Maybe he's not even gonna have the conversation. He's gonna probably get that Tom Glick guy to have that conversation because he'll be running the day-to-day.
I don't even know.
Or the new sporting director,
I think the only way Thomas Tuchel will be in trouble is if he's at risk of not making top 4, and I think we should do that. Hopefully, his competitors are Arteta and Manchester United that are going into their first year under Ten Hag. So there's not really any excuse as to why we shouldn't be in the top 4. To be honest.
Oh, but you know what? I get the vibe that say if that happened. Say if we just finished out the top 4, yeah, touch wood. I don't think we will, but imagine we did. He'd be like, Bowley would be like, like, Thomas, what's happened? He's like, it's okay. Next season we go again. He's like, hey, like Klopp finished 8th in his first season, so it's all good. Don't
Thomas,
worry, we'll get there.
Your second season. No, but this is my first season under you. So it's my first season. And also there's 5 Champions League places next year, so I'm just getting ready for 5th next year, preparing the team for 5th because with Champions League. I get the
vibe Bowley would probably go, okay, man, I back you. It's okay. We go again next season, man. It's okay.
But Lukaku's back and you must now work with him. I'm not getting rid of him again. That was the biggest sign of backing your manager right there with that deal. So I'm happy with that. Did you all see the I know the viewers can be like, stop talking about Lukaku, but I haven't spoken about this little funny that's your daddy quote. Do you know what I'm saying?
So apparently they're taking that quote back. Nizar saying whoever said that they're saying
that's because Jay-Z texted him on Twitter and he was like, listen, you shut your fucking mouth, right? Yeah, don't make my client look like that again. Take that shit down. Nizar was like, all right, cool, no problem. All right. I hear you, Jay-Z. Sorry, that happens. They're just flexing. It's damage limitation is what that is. It's a little bit of PR from Rock Nation. I'm sure it was said. And then obviously he made a few promises to the Inter Milan fans who've been there before. Do you know what I mean?
All about the
second time's a charm. I will not stop slandering this man until he's officially not contracted to us. It's like Bakayoko. You know, everybody gets the same treatment around here. If you're still contracted to us and you're even out on loan, you can still take hits. So, you know, anybody can get it. Baba Rahman's even still getting his hits today as we speak. So, but listen, we're going to wrap up. It's a late one for us. It will be around about 11 o'clock premiere start for you guys tomorrow, tomorrow, your today. So yeah, it's been a brilliant show. We've come up with so many ideas for Chelsea to move to their alternatives in the summer for Rafinha. If Neymar does join, Pulisic, I don't want to hear your dad tweeting on fucking Twitter about that number 10 shirt. Yeah, you fucking take that shirt off and you fucking give it to Neymar. Right?
You saw that meme, right? Matisse, that meme that this guy going sneaking up behind this guy in the counter in the shop in the register, and he just grabs his shirt and
just rips it off of him. Listen, Pulisic, the number 22, who's wearing that at the moment, fam? Just listen. I don't want to hear no complaints from Mark. I don't want to hear no problems. Neymar Jr. number 10. If Neymar Jr. comes into this club and has to wear another shirt, that's messing up the shirt sales and it's messing up my dreams. So just take the shirt off with grace. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Neymar Jr. 10.
Yes. No other number. Nothing else. Not 7, not 5, not 4, not 29 like Eto'o, not 26 in commemorations to John Terry. None of that. No.
Maybe he'll do what Lukaku did. Like Lukaku got number 90, Neymar will get 100.
Can you imagine the 90 with Lukaku, bro? What's with the 90?
90 million loss for Chelsea.
They clearly
Zhang is an evil bastard. I'm telling you, that Zhang guy. Even on the balcony when he was like, "Are you going to score some goals? Yeah. You see the drop? You see the fall? Huh? You're going to score some goals? Yeah. You see how
he looks like one of them.
I can push you over this balcony. Yeah. Okay, promise. Yeah, good. Okay, yeah. Better.
Now smile for the camera. Smile. Keep smiling, Rom. Smile.
Tap your back, Lukaku. Yeah. Fam, Zhang is a monster, fam. I'm telling you, Zhang is.
Yeah, he looks like one.
Zhang is not playing games, fam. You know, when you stand next to them billionaires, it's a different type of levels to the game because they will find a way to have you executed if need be. Like they have the money to do so. Like it is that mad. It's long.
Bro, don't think Zhang forgot the way Lukaku left. He's happy because he cleaned up with us, but now he's bringing him back in. You better, whatever interview, when you eat breakfast, let me know. I want to know. I want to know your whole timetable, what you're doing.
All we should have done, you know, is we should have installed CCTV cameras in his house. We would never have missed what was going to go down. We would have seen the journalists coming in. We said, hold on a second. We would have just sent the bailiffs in, you know what I'm saying? The Metropolitan Police and that. Smash down them doors and get the people out the yard. Like, no, we didn't authorize this. This is against your contract. It's a breach and we're taking force. We're acting out on this. Simple. But yeah, no more Lukaku chat. We look forward to seeing you next summer, dear boy. Hopefully you've got the golden boot in Serie A and we can command a pretty penny. Anything else we've missed before we move on? Anything else? What else is there? De Jong, we've spoken about that a little bit. Sterling, Ake, Koulibaly, Koundé's going to Barca probably. What else is there?
There's just nothing except Chelsea are going to win the league. That's it.
Where's the outgoings? When is Alonso leaving? Hopefully now. Barcelona will get them economic levers.
I hope he's outside the new camp right now waiting for the door to open.
Bro, please. I beg.
Knocking on the door like, Xavi, hello?
I would like to join.
Xavi.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Xavi's just like, huh? What?
It's good that these players are looking to leave as well. Like Alonso has made it evident. I don't want to stay anymore. I want to leave. Ziyech.
I wish he felt the way I felt about him a couple of years ago, but I'm glad he's now.
That is come on to it right now. Ziyech as well. He's doing his own negotiating. He's like, Todd, you're busy. I'll
let me sort this.
Let me sort this. I'll get you the final paper to sign it off.
Lukaku's in Milan. I would also like to be in Milan. We are best friends. You know this, so yeah.
He's probably on the phone like, "Hey, Rom, how did you do that yourself? Show me.
Show me."
Busy. I've got to do this myself.
How do you feel? How do you feel? I guess the best way to close is how do you feel about that, Miz? Your boy Habibi's.
Oh yeah, your Habibi.
Yeah, man. Look, it was upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. It was upsetting that this guy just didn't work out for Chelsea Football Club. But look, once again, best for everyone. He's not being utilized the way he should be under Thomas Tuchel. And why do you need to stick around? Go and enjoy your football at AC Milan. He'll cook. He'll absolutely cook over there in AC Milan.
Yeah, I think so.
And hopefully, maybe in the future, we can look into that Rafael Leao sort of situation because we've got Tomori there, Giroud, Ziyech, maybe a little bit of relationship with Rafael Leao. But apparently, Man City's already in Like, we are never there with the top class players. Everyone else is there before us. That's annoying. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I'll definitely be watching quite a lot of AC Milan matches. So yeah, man.
We're building up that rapport. I expect it to be, brought back to us, AC Milan. Don't forget about us now when you've got Tomori, you've got Giroud, and now you've got Ziyech potentially. Do you know what I mean? We're building up that relationship. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, listen, people, that's about the end of the show. You've definitely enjoyed it. So make sure you reflect that enjoyment in the like button. Make sure you smash that up, subscribe. Just hit the 26K there because I know the Arsenal and Barcelona fans are absolutely ruining my comments there. So happy days, pushing for the 30. And yeah, listen, Younes, let them know where to find you, bro. Pleasure as always.
Absolutely. This was a fun one, even in a bit of a weird situation where we didn't get our Rafinha, but it's okay. This made up for it. So yeah, for me, just keeping tabs on what's going on. Reddit Monday is back. So this Monday, another Reddit Monday will be coming. But apart from that, it's just my thoughts and opinions on the latest. So yeah, same time tomorrow, Younes Talks Football.
There you go. Guys, make sure you subscribe. Because obviously you're not subscribed already.
Imagine the one guy comes in. Who's this Younes?
Who's this?
Who's this guy? Who's this guy, bro?
Oh my god, honestly. Miz, let them know where to find you, bro.
To that guy, hey, check it out.
Check it out. Exactly.
And subscribe.
It's so weird plugging Younes with 115,000 subscribers. Like, I just like, how do I go about plugging this? It's hilarious. We're gonna move the show to Younes' channel next season.
Exactly. Well, for me, thank you heaps for 13,000. So that was a good milestone. We're now pushing towards 15, 20, so it's moving nicely. And like generally two, you'll get, especially during the transfer window, you're going to get a live earlier on UK time, maybe 10:30ish a.m., and then you'll get a wrap up at the end of the day around 9:30 p.m. So yeah, tune in, subscribe.
There you go. And guys, to leave you on a happy note, just know if we don't get Neymar because he stays at PSG, if we don't get Dembele because he stays at Barcelona, just know that Dybala is walking the streets of Italy all alone, not knowing what the fuck he's going.
I think Inter's already got him as well.
I don't know if they have they?
I think
they afford him.
Yeah, they
all find money somewhere.
They all find money.
I tried to leave this on a happy note. I failed. Yeah.
No, screw it. Listen. If Chelsea can't find any. If Chelsea can't find any winger, Matisse will play on the wing. Can you play on the wing?
We're getting relegated.